Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you guys my recipe for coconut choka. Now this dish right here is usually best served with a nice hot plate of dhal and rice. So before we get into the whole cooking process, let me just go over the ingredients I'll be using today. I have some coconuts right here that I've gone ahead and roasted on my grill, and of course I dug them out of the shell before I did so. In the next few clips I'll show you guys exactly how I roasted them on my grill. You can see they're nice and charred, and that's exactly what you want for this dish. I also have some pepper and garlic that I've gone ahead and I've blended in my blender so this way it's nice and fine. You want coconut choka to have a nice heat to it, so this is why we add the pepper. And then of course I have some salt to taste. Now let's get into the whole cooking process. So what I've done here, guys, is after I dug out all of the coconuts from the shell, I put them on my grill here, and you can put them straight on the grates of the grill, and you want to have the grill on a high heat so that they can char really nicely. What we're going to do is have them char on both sides and get nice and dark, and then we're going to go ahead and go to the next step of making this coconut choka. So my coconut took about 30 minutes on the grill to get nice and dark, and this is the color you really want to achieve on the coconut. You want a nice dark brown color. Some spots may even be black, and that's what you want because that's where you're going to get the nice smoky taste from. So once you take it off the grill, you want to let them cool, and then what you're going to do is go ahead and take a little paring knife and you're going to scrape the coconut. You want to scrape the brown bits off. Now the reason for that is because if you didn't do this, it would taste way too smoky and it would taste almost burnt. By you scraping this, you just get that nice subtle smoky flavor from it. So this piece is nice and scraped off. Most of the black pieces are scraped off by my knife already. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and cut them into little chunks. Now once you've gone ahead and finished scraping the coconut and cutting it into little pieces, it's time to blend it all up. Now the reason we cut the coconut into little pieces was so that it would be more manageable for the food processor to go ahead and grind up. So I just wanted to show you all that this is what my coconut looked like once it was done grinding in the food processor. Now as I said before, you can go ahead and grate this on the small side of a hand grater, but to make my life a little easier today, I went ahead and I used my food processor. Now you can make this as fine or as coarse as you would like. I sort of like it in the middle. I don't like it too fine because I feel that the texture is just wrong, and I don't like it too chunky. So at this point I'm going to go ahead and mix in all of my ingredients so this way I can finish off my coconut choka. I have all of my coconut that I went ahead and finely ground in my food processor, and then what I'm doing here is adding in some of my garlic and my pepper mixture. And I'm not going to add all of it in at once. This is because I want to go ahead and mix this little bit in and then go ahead and taste it to see if it needs more or not. You don't want it to be way too spicy or way too overpowering with the garlic. And what I'm doing here also is I'm adding in my salt to taste. So I'm going to go ahead and mix all of this together, and you want to mix it very thoroughly. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and give it a taste to see if it has enough of everything in it. You want to make sure to keep scraping down the sides and mashing it down to get all of that pepper and that garlic distributed well throughout, because as you can see it turns very clumpy once you get it in there. And I do not recommend that you use your hands because it's a lot of pepper that's going into here and it might burn your fingers. So once I finish mixing here, I'm going to give it a taste and then I'm going to dish it out. So I finished my coconut choka here, and what I did was I tasted it for salt and I tasted it for the garlic and the pepper just to make sure all of the seasonings were right inside of it. And let me tell you what, it looks as great as it looks over here. I'm ready to eat it with a nice hot plate of dhal and rice. So I really hope you guys enjoyed cooking with me in the kitchen again today. Please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because that's the way that you guys will know when I make new videos. Also, leave a comment down below on what you guys would like me to make next. I really hope you guys enjoyed this traditional Guyanese dish, and thank you for watching.